We work a lot in new construction here on the east side and the Seattle area. So we're gonna walk through this house today. It is a brand new home, never been lived in, and we're gonna talk about some of those things that you have to be looking for when shopping for new construction homes. Let's go take a look. Every home has its own feel, it's got its own layout, and the design work really needs to match the feeling and the layout of the home, as well as the price point in the neighborhood. So if you're going to pay a premium for new construction, be sure that the design is up to date, tasteful, and classic that's going to age well into the upcoming years. All right, so let's talk about details that are easy to spot and will tell you exactly the level of detail and quality of construction that was thought about when developing the home. Now, if you look right above me, you can see the can lighting that is right above us. Now, one thing that will indicate the level of detail and attention to detail while building the home is going to be looking for lines of lighting that are perfectly straight. So often we see new construction with can lights that are off-centered and nobody was really paying attention to the detail. Now that's going to be one thing that you can immediately look for to understand the level of detail while constructing the home. All right, another level of detail that is super easy to spot right as you walk in is going to be the smoothness of the walls. Right here in this house, we have level 5 finish on the sheetrock, which means that it's super smooth, a nice modern, updated styling to the walls. So if you see a super smooth level 5 finish, then you know that there was a lot more attention to detail when creating this property. All right, let's talk tile work. Easy to spot if you know what you're looking for. Here's a couple things that you can look for right away as you walk in. Right here on the fireplace, we have a 90-degree angle right on the tile work. And this one does have a finishing strip. Now, if you got a finishing strip or you have 45-degree mitered corners, then you know that there's been a level of detail within the tile work. If you see the unfinished edge of one of the tiles, then you know that you've got a little bit sloppy tile work in your new construction home. All right, now while we're talking about tile work, here's one more thing to look for. In the bathrooms and in the shower surrounds, you always want to look for matching grout lines. Now, what I mean by this is that you can see on the floor right below me, we have a grout line that carries forward into the floor of the shower. Now, when you start to see jagged lines or grout lines that do not match, then you know that the attention to detail was much lower in your new construction home. All right, now we talked a little bit about quality of materials. One thing that's going to be a really easy question to ask is what type of windows have been installed in the new construction home? The big red flag that you want to stay away from is a low quality window that's in a mid or high price point home. Another thing you can look for is the size of the windows. If you have much larger windows, then you can know that the builder spent a little extra money making sure that they could bring as much natural light into the property as possible. Larger windows, more cost. All right, we've talked about some of the things that you can see right away. What about the things that you can't? The first thing that you can do is start asking questions about the insulation and efficiency within the walls of the home. So when you have a new construction home that has interior insulation between all of the walls, you know that you can have a much quieter house. This is gonna make a big difference, especially if you have hardwood floors, and especially if you have kids or a dog that'll be running all over them. So that's another question that you can ask is how much of these walls and floors have been insulated above and beyond the requirements of the local jurisdiction. All right, let's talk about what's on the roof. Not every roof is created equally, so you have to know exactly what you're buying. This one right here, you can see we have a full metal roof, as well as TPO underlayment in the flat sections. Now, a metal roof is going to be, first of all, much more expensive than your traditional composition roof, and it's also going to last much, much longer. The lifespan of a metal roof is probably going to be at least twice as long as a composition. So if you're looking for longevity and quality of materials, then definitely look for that metal roof if you can find it. All right, follow me to the kitchen where we're gonna talk about appliances. Now, it doesn't necessarily matter which appliances you have. It matters a lot more about which appliances are in which price point of home. What we're looking for are appliances that match the price and quality of the home in relation to the price and expectations in the market. Now, in a home like this, we're gonna be priced right under 2.4 million. And so the quality of the appliances definitely need to match the price point. Now, if you're seeing appliances that you would see again in that starter entry-level townhouse, then you know that there's a disconnect between the quality of appliances, the amount that the builder spent, and the finish level of the home itself. All right, so when you are looking for new construction homes, be sure to ask about what's called a rain screen. Now, a rain screen is going to be a gap in between the siding of the property and the sheeting of the house. Now, this is going to ensure that you get plenty of airflow up and through the siding to dry out any moisture that might be present behind the shingles of the home. Super important, especially in a place like Seattle where we have lots of moisture, and it's important to make sure that your house airs out properly so that it ages as gracefully as it possibly can. All right, so there you have it. Those are just a couple of things to look for while shopping for new construction homes. If you have any additional questions about what to look for, how to look for it, the best builders in the area, and new construction pre-sales that are available for you right now, then go ahead, like, subscribe, reach out to me, and we'll get you going. See you next time.